Oops, that doesn't look too clever. That is a big crab. Yes, yes. Hello me chums, how are you doing? Hope you're all well. Welcome back to our little channel. This morning we're finding ourselves down at the River Tyne. It's a nice calm morning, there's a little bit of a breeze, it's not too bad, and it's quite early for some. It's 6:15. Today I've come down for a nice leisurely, pleasurely session targeting flounder, possible eel and smelt. Might be a tad early for the smelt, but it would be nice to pick one up, and I know that you do get them here. We've come down to the business park, which is situated just before Scotswood, or on Scotswood, I'm unsure. It's a well-known mark. It used to be a really good match mark. A lot of peg matches were fished and won here back in the day when the fishing was a little bit better than what it was. It was an absolute flounder fest back then. But anyway, so today, I brought the air lights down, we're on the light gear. I've got the Shimano 5.5s, my usual. 2 hook rigs, 1 up, 1 down. All Arno Aberdeen components, including size 2 Arno Aberdeen hooks. And I have frozen mackerel, I've got some frozen peeler and some frozen blacks. Now the story behind the blacks, Jamie from Welsh Coast Baits, bless him, sends me some blacks now and again. And out the goodness of his heart, he sent us some fresh blacks up that arrived yesterday. Unfortunately, they've been slightly delayed, so they were 2 days gone. And the heat from the packet when I got it was, I've never smelt lugworm like that, my chums. It's absolutely stinking. But I have brought some, and I am going to give it a try. But fair play to Jamie. Thank you very much, Jamie, for sending it. It's not your fault. So, yeah, that's a lesson learned for the summer months, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to get myself sorted out, get set up, and I'll bring you back. First baits are in. Early indications, we've got some crab activity. This one's been bouncing away with the old crabs. It's a fairly biggish tide. I'll pop it up in the corner for you. There you go, up there. That's the tide today. Fairly biggish for this mark. I was going to go to the coast this morning, but I felt a bit lazy. I got up and I thought, no, I'm going to stay local, because this is fairly local to me, a couple of miles away. So I would come down. Plus, I just wanted to see what was happening. It's nice to keep your finger on the pulse, so to speak, and find out what's going on, you know, at marks. Well, I've got a chance of getting an eel. Flounders, maybe the small ones, but I know there's eels in the river because friends have told me they've been getting caught, so they are here. And this is one of those places where you tend to get a few. I would expect something up to high tide, so we're currently 2 hours, just over 2 hours before high. I would expect something at about an hour before high, if we're going to get anything. Maybe something on the drop. But by that time I'll be back home and getting me breakfast because it's quite early. But I hope everybody's well. I hope you've been getting out. Thank you very much for your kind comments on the last video. I do appreciate it. It's nice to get out and film for you guys and for myself, really. I just enjoy getting out just to, you know, clear the head, you know. But yeah, we're gonna try our best to get something out. But if we don't, we're done. It's a lovely morning. It's going to be a nice day as well. Tomorrow's can't speak, it is early, isn't it? Tomorrow's Father's Day, which is why I'm not fishing tomorrow. It's currently Saturday today, and I would normally try and get out on a Sunday morning if I can. Although I don't like the weekends, chums. You know me, I'm not too keen on the weekends. But we just had a knock there. We're getting bites on this rod now. That's good. That's good timing, isn't it? It's hard to say if they're crabs or if they're flounder bites. What I've done is I've got this rod, my right hand rod here is close in, literally 10 yards if that, and the other rod's about 20 yards out. There's no need to cast far here. It's flats, it's mud flats all the way if you've never fished here before. I have done videos here previously, so feel free to go back and watch them in case I don't catch anything today. But we are getting bites now on this rod. I'm going to see if I can turn you around so you can have a look. But this rod, right hand rod, we're getting little knocks. I think it could be crabs. I've just put mackerel out at the moment, so that's all I've got out. I'm waiting for the crab to defrost and I'm going to bosh one of those on, see what happens. But generally, the last few times I've been in the river with crab, I've had crab on crab action. It's been like some sort of adult crab fest where they just love to get on it. But apart from that, we've got that stinky lug as well, which is going to go out. I'm going to make a few wraps with that and that's going out. But these have been out a good 10-15 minutes while I was getting a bit of footage. So I think we're going to get this one in. This one's got a plain lead on, and the one that's a little bit further out's got a breakaway on at the moment, a grip lead, because the tide pull here can be quite strong. You can also get a lot of flotsam and jetsam on the top of the water on these big tides, but it's not too bad. There is a big tree out there, but we're doing okay. I'm going to leave this one for about 5-10 minutes and then we'll get it in, see if we've got anything. All right, let's have a look what's been going on. I think we've had some crabtivity on this one. It's a fair bit of weight there. Oh, we're in straight away. Oh, we've got the biggest crab in the world. I thought it was crabtivity. That's the problem here. That's a big dog crab, that. I can get that one to show you. Oh, he's a big one. That's a beast of a crab, that. I should weigh this one in, eh? Look at the size of him. No wonder that, oh, he's vicious. He's going for it, him. Jeez. Look at the size of him. He's strong. Look at that. That is a big crab. He's trying his best to get us. It's a monster, isn't it? Wouldn't mind catching that one when he was ready to peel. It looks like he's peeled as well because he's very clean. Yeah, that's the only problem here. We could be in with a bit of trouble with these, especially using fish baits. Right, so I'm going to bait up crab on this one now and try that. Now I know some of you are new to fishing, so I'm going to show you how you bait the crab up. What I've done is I've got one small peel and I've cut it in half. You can see that there. So I've cut that in half, that's one small crab. And what I tend to do is I get the hook, hope you can see this okay, and I go through the sockets. I go through the back socket. This has been frozen, this crab, so it is really soft. And I go through again and come out of another socket. It's very difficult for you to see, I know. And then I take the flat bait at the front of the crab and I put it through the hook like that. So we've got it that way. And basically I just gently pull it over the eye. And then we'll get our thread and we'll wrap it on. Now the reason you bind the crab on, again, this is for people who are new. I know that a lot of you know how to do this. You must bind the crab on because it is a very soft bait and it will just come off. Gives you a little bit of longevity as well when it's down there. And basically all I'm going to do, I'm going to take a few turns. I'm going to concentrate most of the wraps around the eye of the hook. Now this is quite mushy. Disclaimer, this crab has been frozen twice, so it's not in the best nick, but for the river and for eels, etc., it does the job. So I concentrate most of the thread around the eye, break it off, make sure that the hook point's prominent, and that's the bait. That's basically it there. Good little bait for a crab, for a eel or a flounder, and you don't need big baits, small baits. Right, get the other one on, done exactly the same and we'll get it back out. Cracking bites on this one. Lovely bites. This has got the crab on this one. It's either a little flounder or an eel, but looks eelish. I think it's hooked itself as well. That's the first chuck with the crab. Yeah, there's a fish sitting on there. Shall we have a look and see what it is? I'm hoping it's not an eel. Well, I'm kind of hoping that it's not an eel. But it's action all the same. Is it an eel? Yeah, it is. As soon as I put the crab out, right. Now I need to be careful. It's just a strap, it's not a big one. Let's just need to get this rig separated. There we go. There he is. First eel of the year for me. Blanks off anyway. Right. There we have him. First little eel of the year. Let's get him back. And I'm covered in snot, but I love it. Get this back in the mix. That's one target achieved anyway. As I say, it's just a lob. Literally, what's that, 15 yards? 15 yards, that's all you need here. No indications at all on the fish bait. But you've got it pretty much a dead cert this time of year. If you put crab on, you're going to get an eel out the river. And just to mention, in case you don't know, eels are a protected species now, so you do have to put them back. I know some people think they're unpleasant and maybe, you know, have some want to hurt them kind of thing or handle them badly, but just put them back carefully, you know. It's a fish at the end of the day, and it's target achieved. Nice one. Getting bites again on this rod. I'll bring you over so you can have a look. Bites again on the right hand rod. Can you see that? I think you can. Another eel, I think. Little picky bites. Could be a crab as well, like. Could be all it's about today. But to be honest, after my last session in the river where I got nothing, it's great to catch something, and it's nice to see the rod tip going, which it is there now. But I think if we don't get crab action, it's going to be eels. It would be nice to see a flounder. But we've got another hour before top water, and the wind's going to pick up a little bit. I don't think it's going to be too bad, but you can never tell down the Tyne. Especially when it's westerly like this, it whips down the river. But it is starting to get a bit breezy. But that's all right. It's a cracking morning, and it's pretty quiet, which is just the way I like it. It's nice. But we'll keep at it, and hopefully I can bring you a flounder. I would like to catch a flounder today, but if not, we've had fish already, haven't we? This morning's snack of choice, me chums. Look at that, Skinny Crunch Light. 70 calories, eh? Don't forget, other 70 calorie confectionery, not very niceness, but I want to eat it anyway. Bars are available. Right, looks like we might have another eel on here. It'd be nice if it was a flounder. Well, maybe a flounder. No, it's not. It's exactly what we thought it was going to be. And the crab again. And this one's already started curling. Sometimes if you leave them too long, it's not a good idea. He's off. There we go again. Another little slippy, snotty bugger. But they're fun. I don't mind. I mean, I know they're slimy, but you just try and handle them best you can. Oh, and don't let it wrap your rig like that. We'll put them down. There we go. We got them off. Another one. They're not very big. Just little strappy things, but let's get them back. A little bit of a better one, still not big. I'm going to use some newspaper because I'm getting slimed up, as you know, if you fish for them. There's a little close up of his little face, look at him. A little bit of a better one. Actually, I'll take the paper away now so you can have a look. Normally if you're gentle, they're okay. There you go. Plenty of them there. As soon as I'm putting crab on, I'm getting them. No flounder as yet, but we shall still try. Them eels are in full force today. This one's going again. I think there's an eel on there now. Now if you can see that actually from where you are, but it is going. I'll try and zoom in for you. A little tip, when you're casting short or when you're casting on mud flats like this, now this is an old match tip this, when you cast out and it hits the bottom, tighten into the rig and give it a few turns back just to drag it. What it does is it straightens the whole rig out and lets your hook snoods lie nicely on the mud. Because what happens is when you cast in, it goes to the bottom, it all lands in a heap. And if you just reel till you feel a little bit of tension, then put the rod down, you're not fishing efficiently unless you've got a good bit of tide where it's going to stretch it out, which at close range you generally don't. So what you do is you cast out, tighten into the rig, pull the rod back a little bit, just to drag it a little bit and then let it settle. Not only does it straighten the rig out, but also kicks up all the mud and any fish in the vicinity come in and investigate. Top tip. That breeze is getting up as expected. We've got another eel on here. I think I may fish the other rod just with fish bait to try and avoid them, because I don't want eels every cast, if that makes sense. I know I've come out to fish for them in a sense, but I don't want them every cast. Because there's one sitting on here now, and they tend to start taking it deep as well, which I've been quite lucky so far. I'm going to move you around and we'll get this one in. I'm hoping that sun's not too much for you there. Are you alright then? Are you comfortable? Are you sure? Are you nice and comfy? Okay, sit back, because we've got a fish on. I'm going to put you back a little bit more actually. Is that better for you? You alright? Right. Yeah, we've got fish on here. I know they're just eels, but you know what? It's a bit of sport, isn't it, in the morning? What else would I be doing on the Saturday morning apart from lying in bed? Put up a good little scrap as well. Yeah, they're all small. We used to get them really big in the Tyne. Again, back in the comps, some of the eels were huge, you know. He's took the top hook this time. I need to stop him from wrapping. There we go. Just another bootlace. He's swallowed that one though. If it's too deep, what I generally do is I just cut the hook. I don't want to damage the fish. As much as people don't like them, it's still a fish at the end of the day. Have a little bit of respect. All right, I'll get this one sorted out and bring you back. Well, I've got an hour to go before top. Obviously them eels are still about. Still a nice morning though. That wind did pick up as predicted. There's a lot more pedestrians now, like bikes and runners, who like to come down in the morning. So if you do fish here, be mindful of that with your gear. Try and leave a bit of space for them to get past. Oh, crabbed off on the fish baits. Now, there was a little bit of lugworm on there as well. Totally crabbed off. This is the rig, you've seen it before, but the only difference is when I'm fishing for eels, I use a heavier hook snood. So the rig body's the same. I've got kind of it's a short one, this one. I've got kind of a 3-foot rig body, 70 pound, down to a fast link and me leads on there. All Arno Aberdeen, all Arno hooks components, by the way. And I'm using 25 pound hook snood. Just that little bit of stiffness when you're fishing for the eels just helps it, you know, because they do twist easy. If you're using a lighter line, it's common sense. They're going to tangle it easier. At least with this, there's a little bit of stiffness in it, but tends to do the job. But it's a basic rig. You could come down with a single hook rig, just one below the lead. If I was to fish just one hook, it would be just one below the lead. Short, probably 2 foot, 1.5 foot. That's all you need. Yeah, but the fish baits are getting crabbed off. But I'm going to persevere, try and get a flounder out. Looks like we might have another customer on this one, and that eel. Unless I've missed it. I did leave it for a while, that one. I think I might have missed that one. Missed that one. The baits were a bit bigger on that one as well, which doesn't help. I think I'm just going to put it back out as it is, because it's still got some flavor on it. And there's a little bit of juice coming out, so let's just stick them back out and see what happens there. I might try one a little bit closer in as well. Well, it's quietened right off. Oh, just as I said that, we're getting bites here. It's pretty much top of the tide now, slack water. I think it's about to turn. It's difficult here because there's a back eddy, so you'll always get the tide. Look, your line looking as if it's getting pulled down or out. You know, what's the word I'm looking for here? Downriver. The line pulled downriver. But it's sometimes the back eddy, it's just the way it comes round and swirls. I think it's on slack tide, to be honest. Oh, I'm getting a bite on the left-hand one as well. I've got crab baits on both. I'm getting a little bit greedy. Same as eels present, I'm just trying to get a big one. I don't think we're going to get a flounder, which is unfortunate. Although, hopefully that's me, you know, famous last words, and we're all going to get a flounder. But it's very quiet on the old flat A front. Plenty of the snotties by a little bit, but even they've eased off at the minute, but they tend to come on for a short spell and go off and come on. They have little spasms, you know. Depends where they're searching for their food. But we're getting bites on both rods, so I'll keep you posted. Getting a few rattles on this one, but I'm unsure. Could just be crab. There's something there. Oh, it's giving it some now. Feels floundery. Have I got my first flounder? Yes. Yes. They are there. Yes, brilliant. I was hoping for a flounder. I don't think I've ever been so excited. But we got one. Second target acquired. Oh, it's very vivid orange spots on that. I don't know if the camera will pick that up. Let's see if I can get it to stay still for you. I don't know if you're going to catch the spots on that. Very, very vivid orange spots on it. It's definitely a flounder. But I love it when you see them like this. Nice little fish though. Second target acquired. Let's get him unhooked. There we go. Very, very orange. Doubt he'll pick that up. It's got some very orange spots on it, but slightly nicked his gill there, but should be okay. I'll get him back. Lovely. Off like a shot. It looks like the flatties have come on. Again, it's not massive, but it shows you the eels aren't present at the minute, but the flounder are taking bait. Just got that wrapped up on that. There we go. Another one about the same stamp. I haven't measured them. Probably about 20, 25 maybe. There you go. 26. Not the big flounder I would expect this time of year in here, but more than welcome. I think the flounders have started to come on this slack tide. Definitely getting flounder bites. This one's going as well. Crabs seem to have eased off for now. Eels have eased off. Maybe it's time for the flounder. Be good to get a last gasp good flounder out just before we go, because I will be having another few casts and then I'll be off. I'm exhausted watching all the runners. Oh, I tell you, I've earned myself a nap watching them. Let's investigate this one. Did have a couple of tentative rattles before, and there is weight there. Quite a bit of weight there actually. What do I have? Well, I've got a crab. Is that it? Yeah, that tide's turned now. It's hawking out. It's just a crab. Shows you done it. Get a few flatties, a few eels, few flatties, crabs back. Just come on and switch off. They're not feeding very hard today, the fish. But we've done okay. That's the main thing. Give us me bait back. Get off. Let's get this rebaited. We've done all right. That's the main thing, isn't it? We just had a stonking bite on this right hand rod there. It's caught out the corner of my eye, but I've run across to it and it's stopped. It was a good old pull down. I'm not sure if it's still there. And I've got two baits out, but they're my last ones now because that's my last cast. So I'm going to leave it, see what happens. See if we can get something to finish off on it. Tide's on the ebb now. It's pulling back quite hard as well. It is going down to a fairly low tide. But we're on dropping tides at the moment, so as we're getting the new week and it progresses, we're onto the smaller tides, the neeps. And I will be trying to get out again before I go on my jollies. But it's been a lovely morning. I can't complain. I mean, a couple hours out the house, you know, before breakfast, really, you can't complain. It's local. If you do come down here and you fish locally and you haven't fished it before, it's predominantly a high water mark. because when on the bigger tides or even on the small tides, it dries out quite a bit. You're looking at 60, 70 yards of mud in front of you before you got any water. And it's unfair to catch any fish anyway and drag them across that mud. So it is predominantly a high water mark. Right, let's see if there's any. I don't think there's anything there. We did get a knock, but I think it was a hit and run. It's quite a vicious bait. It's probably an eel again, but it's just hit the bait and then decided it didn't want any of it. I'm going to put that back out just while there's a bit of bait left on, because there's plenty of ooze coming out of that. Oops, a daisy. I'm going to put it back in just while I'm getting myself sorted out. You never know. Done this many times and caught the odd fish, so I'm just going to flick it out. Really short one. That'll do. Incidentally, when you do get the baits do look quite vicious when you're fishing close in as well. Give that 10 minutes while I'm getting my gear sorted out and see if we can't eke something out. Right, my little apple strudels, that's it. End of the session. What a great couple of hours out of the house. It's been fantastic. Really enjoyed myself. It's not fished as prolific as it can, and the bait of today has been frozen crab, to be honest. Nothing on the frozen mackerel, lugworm, nothing. If I'd have had fresh bait, would it have made a difference today? Who knows? I don't know. But I've enjoyed myself. I hope you've enjoyed watching, and I do appreciate every single one of you watching as well, and thanks for coming along. But until the next time, take very good care of yourselves in tight lines.